Hello YouTube, Reception here. This is a VOD review of Garen versus Cassante in Masters League. Garen currently has a 55% win rate against Cassante. It's Season 14 Split 2, and Garen is one of the strongest champions currently in the meta. He's the strongest he's ever been, maybe. He's really, really good right now. There's lots of challenger Garen play. Cassante is also quite good, but you're starting to see him less and less. He's kind of going out of style. So in this matchup, Garen's gone for Flash Ignite. Cassante's gone for Ghost Teleport. Garen's gone for Conqueror with HP regen, ability haste stacking, and cut down, which deals damage, a damage bonus to champions who have more than 50% health. So it brings them to 50 quicker. He's gone for Nimbus Cloak, which gives you a movement speed boost when you use your summoner spells. It's much better later in the game. It's okay in the early game. And he's gone Celerity, which gives you a movement speed boost. So this is quite standard for Garen. You see this very often, this type of build. So in this matchup, what I'm expecting is Cassante is going to want to take short trades repeatedly. He's going to want to walk up, use his dash, use his Q to slow Garen, hit him once, back out. And he's going to want to do that every 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. He's going to want to proc things like his grasp. He's going to want to use bone plating if he has it. And Garen's going to want to all in. He's going to want to stack his Conqueror up to max, and he's going to want to all in Cassante. This matchup becomes increasingly easier for Garen as the game goes on, because Garen has his ultimate, which counters Cassante's ultimate. Cassante's ultimate sets him at a max HP of, I think, 60%, and Garen's ult abuses that to do bonus HP damage. So let's hop into the game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
See, Cassante's actually getting caught out on the minimap. And he's gonna die. He didn't use his ghost, so not the worst thing for his lane. Just one kill going down. One thing to note is Garen hasn't taken any abilities. Oh, he took his E. So he's all in Kane with his E here.
Minions have spawned.
And Kane opted not to flash there, so Garen got a kill. I think that's a mistake. I think Kane should have just flashed early and gotten out. It's definitely not worth giving your opposing top laner a free kill. And Cassante ended up missing Garen's back. He could have caused Garen a lot of damage by stopping him there. Say Cassante is actually harassing Lilia, who is stealing Kane's blue. So a lot of stuff happened there. Garen starting his E is probably atypical. Depending on the matchup, Garen will take E so that he can push out the minions. Sometimes he'll take Q to do some harass. I think in this case he probably wants to take E. I'm starting with that free kill. Gives him boots, but he's now down Ignite. So Garen doesn't want to take a really bad trade that's going to make him have to recall. If he gets to a point where he has to recall, then Cassante's going to be ahead. Just on XP. He probably won't be ahead on gold still. One thing to note is they're both getting relatively low. Cassante's missing a couple hundred HP. Garen's missing about 400. And Garen hasn't used his health potion. He's just planning on trying to scale up using his passive Casante's not worried about Garen killing him. Oh, he took 2 tower shots there. That's really unfortunate for Casante. At this point, Casante's probably got to... Casante probably should have recalled instead of taking that trade. So if he had recalled, he would have been able to spend his gold. He had about 450 gold. He probably could have gotten an armor item, maybe a refillable potion or something like that, and then been back to lane. He opts to use his healing potion now. Garen's Ignite is also coming back up in the next 20 seconds. And Garen's actually got quite a large health pool, and he still has his healing potion ready. So just a lot of minion trading. This is high elo gameplay, is farming minions. And this is what you're seeing here is actually Garen probably knows he can kill Casante soon if he waits for his Ignite. He goes for it. He actually gets him. And Garen has his flash. So even with Casante having Ghost, Garen did not have to use flash, so he might be able to follow it up with a flash in a future engagement and get him. Casante's actually chasing Garen out of lane. So Garen was up 6 CS. And now, by pushing Garen out, Garen's probably going to miss about a wave of CS for that recall. He's got a lot of gold. Yeah, he's got 1,200 gold that he wants to spend down. So, pretty good job on Casante's part pushing Garen out of lane. Garen opts to run back to lane with some HP missing. He'll just gather it back from his passive here. So spends less time in base and won't miss as many CS. You can see Kayn is bot side right now. So Garen actually has not warded a single time, I believe. And he won't ward now because he knows Kayn's down there. He might change that if he were to see Azir come up or something, or if he saw Kayn missing on the map for a long time. So Garen's almost up, just boots. He's up almost 1,000 gold in items right now, so probably wants to be active on the map. Casante will have to back before he's gonna be comparable in items. One thing to note is Garen does a good job getting all of the grubs together, and then Lilia's AoEs and Garen's AoEs can take them down. It's a highly low move to get them all grouped up like that instead of moving into the Void Grub pit and fighting them all one at a time. And you can see Garen actually only misses... He misses 2 CS there, but he got this ward. So I actually ended up only missing 1 CS for Void Grubs there. So great move by Garen. It looks like Garen has maintained that lead. We'll see if Casante's back in time to collect these minions. I don't believe he will be. We can actually see Lilia in the jungle, so it's possible they could dive, or Garen is going for a proxy here. He looks like he's going to wolves or maybe mid lane. And he sees Mundo's all the way down at the bot fight, so he's just going to collect these minions and probably the next wave. And if you look at top actually isn't pushed in because he proxied that wave. So he's gone from being about even with Casante, and I think you'll see his his minions will go quite ahead of Cassante here. He's gonna get a tower plate, maybe two. And then I fully expect him to walk top and farm it again. Doesn't fight Cassante. Not really much for him to do there.
Blue team double kill.
So it doesn't look like he missed too many waves on, or too many waves while he's gone. Maybe he missed 4, maybe 5 minions, something like that. Don't think so though. I mean he's coming out. He's about 8 CS ahead of Cassante. When he was even before that, he's also gotten 2, now 3, working on 4 tower plates. So let's see how much gold he's up at this point. So he's at 4,000 gold. Cassante's at just under 3,000. So he's about 1,000 gold ahead of Cassante. Looks like maybe it's a lane swap. Cassante's in mid and Azir's roaming down through a ward. Okay. So I'm expecting that Garen's gonna try to push in waves here, roam, either go get things like Scuttle Crab. Probably is not gonna be able to dive Cassante under the tower. Cassante's just too tanky. He's full life. Actually gets another turret plate while Cassante's out. Goes for a proxy. This proxy's not too dangerous because he sees Kayn and Azir at bottom. And he's going for wolves. So this is how you build a lead on top lane. You can punish the enemy jungler for being at bot side, and you can continue building your lead against Cassante. So every time Garen comes and does this, he gets about 100 gold. He gets probably about, I don't know, a fifth of a level doing this. And I think he should go here, go proxy the wave again. He's gonna have to leave. So if he goes and proxies the wave, then Cassante has to stay in his lane to collect his CS. Garen misses what, one CS for that? Not too big of a deal. He actually misses 2 because he wasn't near the minion. But right now, Garen's highest CS by about 20 in the game. He's got 2 kills. He's gotten 5 turret plates. And he's assisted with the Void Grubs. So I go get Void Grubs again. Cassante can't follow. Expect he'll go back to top lane and farm it up some more. So there's just a lot of this kind of back and forth gameplay. Anytime he sees Lilia near top, he's going to play aggressive. Anytime he sees Kayn near bottom, he's going to play aggressive. Trades out the minion wave and recalls. I think this is maybe a bit of a silly recall because that Cassante is going to be able to freeze it. He has frozen it. Garen's gone for Stride Breaker. And Cassante is going for Iceborne Gauntlet. So typically, Cassante is going to build a lot of armor type items, and Garen's going to build Black Cleaver, and he also shreds armor with his E here. So he's going to end up shredding about 50% of Casante's armor, and that is going to cause some problems because Casante is going to have to just build that armor. It's part of the one of the limitations of his kit. Looks like they want to dive. Garen's going for another proxy. Thought he might try diving with Lilia.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh, Garen wants to go. He's not going to go. Casante did a really good job here by not staying under his turret. He actually pushed out and killed the minions outside turret range, so that if Garen and Lilia came out, they would have to take some turret shots. So good job on that Casante's part. Garen proxies another wave. He's opted to not go for Gromp. He's looking to kill Casante. There's nothing up here except for Casante. Walk in mid. Looks like he's going to do Scuttle Crab. So again, just between waves, he's farming a jungle camp or two, going back and farming top. And he's just going back and forth doing that. Build that CS advantage. If he misses one farm, it's not too big of a deal. And he saw Casante mid. This looks like a free turret. I think probably the best advice to newer players is, if your laner walks out of lane, just push your lane. Just pressure it. A big mistake I see a lot of newer players make is they see their laner go bottom and they walk all the way to bottom to help bottom, and it's just a waste of your time. You're gonna miss a lot of gold. This second tier turret is gonna end up being worth about 600 gold, 700 gold, and the first turret he took is several hundred gold as well. So he's gonna have at least 1,000 gold up from where he was. I think he was already about 1,000 gold up on Casante, so I expect after this fight he'll be 2,000 or 3,000 gold ahead. At this point, he should probably leave. There's nobody on the map. He has a big gold lead. Let's see. He's got 2,500 gold in the bank. So after you take that tier 2, you just want to back. He kind of took a silly trade with Casante there, and if that goes poorly, you're gonna lose your shutdown gold. Not a big mistake if you lose that shutdown gold. Finishes his Black Cleaver, so he's actually almost a full item up on Casante right now. Black Cleaver is gonna shred Casante's armor. Pathing down, probably will grab this red. And he'll probably just go farm because his team's ahead, has that warded. You can always roam down if he needs to. Now, while his team is pressuring mid, he should be trying to pressure top. It looks like they're actually, close to getting engaged on. There's only 3 people on the map for his team. Lilia was at Rift Herald. So now if you actually look, I don't think Garen was watching this, but Lucian and Nami I think are roaming over. So Garen's going for it. And he gets Lucian's flash. But he dies for it. So probably not worth it. I think maybe if Garen was really, really going hard, he should have flashed that wall. Chase down that Lucian, but you don't know what's over there. It could be 2 other heroes over there. And really, really a mistake to stay there. Ends up giving his shutdown to Casante. If he had given that shutdown to Lucian, that would have been really bad because Lucian's currently sitting on 2 full items, almost a third. And getting a 600 or 700 gold shutdown on Garen would have
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
really made a big difference this game for Lucian. Right, so Garen's walking mid. Really, the only reason you'd want to walk mid here is to summon Rift Herald. There's no objective here. And Garen would do a much better. That's a pretty good fight. They get Azir with him going for Smolder, and Smolder flashes the Azir ult. Go for Rift Herald play. Probably they're going to try to go inhib with that Rift Herald, but it gets taken out. Lucian, actually, because Lucian's flash was down, they actually were able to make a big play on him there. They actually killed 3 people. No, they killed 4 people for 0 there. So that's a big swing. I'll expect to see them kill that inhib and all recall.
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
Definitely want to be full life for Garen in 30 seconds and Dragon in under a minute. Alright, so Garen's got about 1,000 gold. That Lily's got 3,000 gold. That Lilia really should have backed before Baron's coming up. You don't want to get caught in a situation where you have to fight and you're down 3,000 gold that's in your bank. Alright, so Garen gets caught out before Baron. That's a big mistake. He shouldn't be out there playing aggressive. I think, you could argue that that maybe he didn't think he was gonna, maybe he didn't think he was gonna get away when that Azir was chasing him, and so he kind of turns around. But in general, he shouldn't be there in the first place with big objectives coming up. Maybe he was trying to farm the last bit of gold for his Phantom Dancer. Doesn't look like it though. Doesn't quite have enough gold.
Red team has slain the dragon.
So now we're matched up against Azir. Azir is probably a fairly easy matchup for Garen at this amount of gold. Azir's already used his ult. What's the cooldown on that? It's almost back up. So something to worry about is that ult getting caught out. Azir is really good in things like 2v2s, 3v3s. He's less potent in a 1v1. He's got a lot of zone control and denial of space type moves, and he's got a lot of mobility himself, but auto-attacking a Garen is going to be difficult to take Garen from full life to dead. Alright, everybody should be recalling here. Sometimes there's an exception, but if you have 2 or 3 people recalling, it seems silly to go back on the map and fight a 2v2 and a 3v1 or something and end up losing your Baron buff. So we see Lilia chasing into 2 there. It's like she might actually kill Kayn. She's still half-life, so that's not too bad. And I think Lilia probably should have stayed there. Maybe not. She already used her ult, so. So using the Baron to great effect. It's a little bit weird that it's 3 people pushing into 4. Uh, but you know, with Baron you gotta try to use it. Good play. Yeah, pick up Cassante and Lucian there. They decided to defend a little bit too hard when the inhibitor was already going down. I probably should have backed up to the tier 2s. So, excellent game by Garen. He ends up being the top CS in the game. He's the highest gold as well. And really only made 2 mistakes that were notable. The big ones were getting caught. Got caught out at top lane twice. Once he was caught out by Lucian and Cassante, and the second time he was caught out by Azir. Shouldn't be making those kinds of plays, especially with Baron coming back up. But yeah, played the match well and got a very large gold lead. At the end, he's 5,000 gold ahead of Cassante, just under 5,000 gold. So you can expect to see a lot of wins in this matchup as Garen. You wanna force Cassante to either use his ult so that he's permanently low life. You can ignite him and ult him, or you want to take extended trades with your Conqueror rune. Whereas Cassante wants to take a lot of really short trades. He wants to dash in, Q, auto, back out. Dash in, Q, auto, back out. Garen tries to commit. You use your W to escape, possibly use your ult to escape. And yeah, a tough matchup for Cassante since his jungler ended up giving Garen a level 1 kill and then never ganked top side. So Garen was left to kind of do what he wanted for the whole matchup. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas for what Garen or Cassante should have done in this matchup, please leave it in the comments. If you have any comments on other content you think I should include in my future videos, please let me know. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.